Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you all for being here this morning to talk about such an important issue that's impacting so many Americans around this country. I know we all recognize the 107,000 plus deaths because of overdoses and how tragic it is. And so often we talk about the numbers without really appreciating the personal impact that it's having on families throughout this country. Devastation from West Virginia to South Carolina, and I just think we have to do more to close our southern border to stop fentanyl from coming across the border and killing American lives in such a way that it's been devastating to families. And a friend of mine just Saturday before last buried his son, 27-year-old son, because of fentanyl. And too often we see these issues as large numbers, 107,000 Americans. We think about the thousands in South Carolina, but we don't think about the actual tragedy it seems like to the average family that loses a loved one. There's no family in this nation that is disconnected from the issue of fentanyl. And we should do more. We can do more. And I believe it starts with our southern border. If we close our southern border, stop fentanyl from coming across, we could end the devastation and the tragedy that's being experienced by so many American families. And I just want to read what Alan Schall, who is the former dean of the business school at the College of Charleston in my hometown, a longtime friend of mine, that what he said about his son at his son's funeral. To my loving son, Alan, the day you were born was the day I gained a son. You were by far the most beautiful baby out of everyone. You looked at me and gave me a big smile. I knew that my life was complete with you as my child. We named you Alan after me, of course, because you stole my heart with such a loving force. As the years went by and you grew to play sports, in my eyes, you were the best on all fields and all courts. I was always so proud of you as my son that no matter the score, we always knew that we won. The years kept on passing. Our family went separate ways, but you and I never did. We were together to stay. You eventually went to college, even got your degree. I was such a proud father, as proud as could be. Well, we went through hard times and good times over the years, often ending up with a hug and a whole lot of tears. Now for the hard part, to even speak breaks my heart. A few days ago, I learned the worst news I could imagine. You left me too soon and went on to heaven. I want you to know, son, that I will join you someday. I can't wait to see you. We'll hold hands and we'll pray. But for now, I'll have a broken heart that will never, ever mend. So I'll just live my life until I see you again. I love you, Alan. Too many of these stories, of these words, are being spoken at too many funerals. Completely avoidable. Dr. Gupta, what are we going to do to close our southern border so that we can stop hearing fathers bury their sons, mothers burying their kids? I think it's very much avoidable.
Senator Scott, thank you for those beautiful words. And obviously, every tragedy, every single tragedy, worth bearing talking about. It's important. I'm a father of two 25-year-olds boys, and I talk to them every day because of that. I think this is exactly how I approach the job. It's just to figure out where all we can do and what we can do. This is reason that we're pushing for a global commercial disruption concept to deny profits, to make sure that we take data, take evidence where it exists, and act on it, not worrying about what's in the past. This is why, as majority of the drugs come through the ports of entry, there is technology that we can adopt and magnify, resources, infrastructure that will help us detect as much fentanyl as possible we can. And this is exactly what the president's calling out for, making sure that we have those scanners, have the technology.
Mr. Chairman, with my last seconds left, I would just say that we have to do more, and technology is one way of doing more, but the truth of the matter is until we close our border, this issue continues without the physical impediments to be in the place where we can't have technology, where we can't have people. We need to actually do everything in our power to change the course of American history. I think we can do that. We should take it as a bipartisan challenge. Thank you. Thank you.